Hi, this is Cheryl with Magical Melody. I'm here with all of my goals and milestones for 2017. I have 17 goals and milestones that I wrote down because I thought it would be fun to make up 17 for the year 2017. So I'm here on New Year's Day. Happy New Year to everybody, and I hope that you had a good time yesterday bringing in the new year. So before I start that, I'm gonna start off with some stats. My name is Cheryl. I'm 36 years old. I'm scheduled for vertical sleeve gastrectomy or VSG surgery for January 5th. And my highest weight is 250.4, which I currently weigh. And I am 5'6.5". So, I'm going to go ahead and start reading these. Now, I normally don't take any notes for these videos, but for this I had to because I was afraid if I didn't that I would forget everything. So I have them on my phone, and I'm using another device tonight to videotape from on my iPod, actually. So, here we go. Here's the first one. It says to lose 15 pounds within 1 month after surgery. So my surgery is January 5th. So for me to reach the 15 pounds, I will need to lose, I would get down to 230? No, 235. So then my second one is to reach 225 by March 10th or before. So I'm 250.4 now, and that would be half of 50 pounds. So I wasn't really sure to put time limits to these because, I mean, in the past I've set goals, little goals for myself like that, and got really, really disappointed that I wasn't able to achieve that goal. So we will see what happens with that. And so my third one is to reach second pre-pregnancy weight at 205 by mid-April or before. Again, I wasn't sure if it would be a good idea to put time limits on these or not. I just did. I just thought it would be fun to see if I can reach that goal by then. But if not, I'm not really going to beat myself up about it either, because I know that this time I will eventually lose all this weight. So, on to the next one. To get off of blood pressure meds. I was put on blood pressure medicine this summer, and I was kind of upset about that. I've never had to be on blood pressure medication at all, ever. But my weight is 250.4, my highest weight. And I was at the doctor's 2 or 3 days ago, and it said 249.8. But I'm really not going to, at this point, pay too much attention to that because over the last month and a half, my weight has fluctuated up and down because of Shark Week and all that stuff going on. And so my highest weight at the time that my letter of necessity got written by my doctor was 248, but since recently it said 250, so I decided, well, it's only 2 pounds, so I'll just leave it at that, and that's what's medically recorded. So I didn't want to feel like, that I was lying. Yeah, but anyway, to be put on blood pressure medicine, and everything like that, and to be told that that is now a problem kind of upset me, because like I said before, I've never had a problem with that before. So I hope that I come off of them as I lose weight, and my doctor seems to think that as I lose weight, my blood pressure will normalize it's on its own. So on to the next one. To work on making healthier food choices. The reason I put that in there is because for me, I have a really, really bad habit of reaching for junk food. Like, sugar is my biggest thing. I mean, cake, ice cream, cookies, all that stuff. I have a severe sweet tooth, and I don't tend to always make the healthiest food choices, and I'm not always on top of what I should be doing because of it. And I don't always just eat it in moderation. I go way overboard with it. So I really want to make sure that I'm staying on track with everything. Because another second favorite to me is potato chips and junk like that. So I have a terrible addiction or problem with junk food. I am a junk food junkie. So I am, in exchange for a life change that's going to stay with me for the rest of my life, I will totally give up the junk food. I mean, I'm ready to make that commitment. So, on to the next one. To swim full length of a 50-meter pool freestyle without dying. And then from there, work on being able to do 2 laps. And then from there, work on being able to do 5. Like that until I can finally swim up to 5 laps back and forth without stopping. Freestyle. Now, the reason I say 50-meter pool is because our pool here, the public pool, is 50 meters long. So that is why I said a 50-meter pool. Okay. The next one is, which is number 7, to reach Wonderland by the end of May or before. So that would be 199.9 pounds. So for me to get there, I'll have to lose 51 pounds. So like I said before, I don't know if I'll make it by May or before or whatever, but you know, the point to that was to give myself something to work towards, you know, on the time frames. I know that you don't always get to where you're wanting to be when you want it. So, like I said before, I'm not going to be too terribly upset that I didn't make it by May. But I'll be, you know, of course, glad when I do. The next one is number 8. It's to fit into the bathtub comfortably without struggling to sit down and without touching the sides. We have a very, very small bathtub, and I literally don't fit in the bathtub. And I really, really have to work at it to sit myself down in it. But I want to be able to fit in that bathtub and have me a nice soak after a long, hard day, a bath bomb, and all like that. You know, to unwind and everything. I mean, I think that's important for anybody to have that. And it just kind of bothers me that right now I can't fit in it. Like, I can't believe that I have gotten so big that I can't fit in a bathtub. Especially this one being so narrow, and everything like that. I'm not sure how I can show you how wide it is, and everything like that. But Well, when I get there, maybe I'll make a video and show you our bathtub. But anyway, I just, want to be able to take a bubble bath sometime, Number 10. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Number 9. Number 9 is to fit in a movie theater or a school auditorium seat without having to turn at an angle to sit down and without the thighs touching the arms. The school auditorium seats here are at my kids' school are very, very narrow. And I have to kind of turn when I go to sit down, I have to kind of turn myself at an angle kind of like that. And once I get in it, I'm okay, but there's no room on either side. Like, the arms are not pinching me. I'm not to that point yet, but there's no room. And I want to be able to sit down in that auditorium seat or the movie theater seat and have some room. So that's why I put auditorium seat or a movie theater, because here in my kids' school, is just as bad, if not worse. So on to number 10. To be more comfortable with performing on stage and fit stage clothes better without wearing shapewear to hide my weight. If you watched my very, very first video, I had talked about how I felt so uncomfortable about being on stage and about performing. I'm comfortable with it. Like, I don't have stage fright, but I have a big discomfort with my body, with my size, with the way I look, and everything like that. And so it makes me real super self-conscious already. But then when I have to be up in front of people, I'm even more self-conscious about it, because it just looks gross. It just doesn't look right. And I don't think people should have to look at that. And I'm certainly not okay with it. It really bothers me. And the shapewear is just extremely uncomfortable and whatnot. And some stage clothes that I have, I can't even fit into anymore. And the ones that I can fit into tend to show everything, and like I said before, it just looks gross. And, it's time to change that. I want to see that change this year. Number 12, to fit my victory clothes. Now, I put in here, my victory clothes are my little black dress, a 2-piece swimsuit, my brown fitted off-shoulder shirt, and size 16 Lee jeans. This summer, I was visiting my mom, and I saw this cute little very body conforming shirt. It's off the shoulder on one side, like it's under the arm, like strapless, but then on the other side it's got brown flower like things on it with rhinestones in the center. And it's really nice. It's really stretchy, like that lycra stuff. And then the fabric is gathered. So it's really, really tight. And I bought it, and I told my mom, I said, I can fit this shirt. And she said, what? I said, watch me. I am going to be able to fit in that shirt. So I bought it, and I brought it home. Because I said, eventually, I will be able to wear that shirt. And now I had a 1-piece white bathing suit that I was originally going to put in here in these goals, but I can't find that swimsuit. But it was kind of like that shirt in the way that it was made. So hopefully one day it'll show up. So I had to change it to a 2-piece swimsuit. Like a revealing 2-piece swimsuit. you know, something that shows belly, um, you know, and maybe even a one piece that is a little bit more revealing. So I don't have to go out to the pool or go to a public pool or beach wearing something that either doesn't look right on me or something that makes me look like an old bag. So yeah, and then I have these size 16 jeans. They're Lee jeans, and they are my absolute favorite jeans. And so I'm really upset that I can't wear them now, and so that's why I decided to put that one in there. And my little black dress is I don't know if you've ever heard of the company. It's called Fabletics. But they sell a lot of activewear, and they just started putting out dresses and stuff this summer. And they had this little black dress in there. And they had it in all the sizes, all the way up to 2X. Well, so I got a size 2X. So I was like, I mean, I'm not really sure if it'll fit or not. And I was prepared for it not to fit, but I was hoping I would. So I tried it on, and it did not fit. I mean, it wasn't even trying to fit. It fit like maybe a size large. And it just looked terrible. So, you know, I put it in my closet, and I said, well, I'm just going to save it because one day I'm going to be able to fit that dress. And my husband's like, are you going to give it away? I'm like, no, I'm going to keep it. You going to get your money back? No, I'm not going to get my money back for it. Because it's really fitted, and everything like that. And even though they said it was a 2X, it's not going to be true to size. On me, it's going to probably be more like a large or extra large because I'm kind of big boned. So I said, no, I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it. If I lose too much weight and it gets too big on me, and then I'll give it away. But no, it stays in my closet. So there's the story on that. Number 13 is to reach my third pre-pregnancy weight at 185 by June or before. So I know that with the pregnancy weight, that seems kind of weird because the first one was 205 at my second pre-pregnancy weight. Because what happened is after I had my second child, I lost some weight. Because I had gestational diabetes, and they told me, they said, because you had gestational diabetes, you're going to find that you're going to lose more weight after this pregnancy, so be really careful because you may gain it back very quickly because it's going to come off fast. And I didn't believe them and everything like that, but I did. I got down to 185 after that pregnancy. But then whenever I got pregnant with my second one, the one that I had the gestational diabetes, I was 205 because I never did lose the weight after I had my first child. So, you know, no matter what I did, that weight just was not coming off. And so that's why I had it all out of order like that. Because I weighed more with my second child than I did with my third. So I know that's weird, but because of the circumstances, I did, however, after I had my third child, I regained all of that weight. When I had her, I was 229 pounds. 229 and a half. And then I didn't lose that weight. I think I got down to 211 pounds. So for quite some time, I've been losing and regaining the same weight. And each time I regain it, my weight gets higher. And it's been like that since high school. Because when I came out of high school, I was 230 pounds. But anyway, so that's why I have it out of order like that. So let me see, where am I at? Okay, number 14. To get healthier and in better overall physical shape, get back into weight lifting, and I'd like to do some yoga. As I like yoga. And I have some workouts here from Beachbody that have yoga. But I'd like to get back into weightlifting, like going to the gym and lifting weights, or using some of the weights and stuff that I have here at home to make up my own workouts. Because off and on all my life, I've done, you know, weightlifting or weight training and stuff like that. And I enjoy it a lot more than I do cardio. And that's also why I chose swim laps, because I would rather swim laps than try to run. Because I have had knee surgery on my left knee a few years ago. So because of that reason, I have never been able to enjoy running. So I don't think that that's something that I'm ever going to be able to enjoy. And then back in high school, I was a champion. I was a champion swimmer with the, I can't remember, 100 meter race that they had. I was first place. And so I've been in swim team for like about 4 or 5 years. So it's just something that I'm really good at, and I enjoy it a lot more. So number 15 is to reach my first pre-pregnancy weight at 175 by August or before. I was 175 pounds with my first pregnancy. So I weighed even less then. The reason for that is because, I'll get into this in a later video. I'm a domestic abuse survivor. And a couple of years before I got pregnant with my first child, I lost a lot of weight. I don't really know for sure how much I weighed, but at one point, depending on how they were made, I could fit into a size 32 to 36 in men's jeans. I was really small. The reason why is because I was starved. He had me quit my job. We didn't have any money, and there would be days and days and days that I would have nothing in my stomach but water and some coffee. I would go in my pantry. When we would go to get like the commodity food, they would give us these cans of jellied cranberry sauce. And there would be sometimes that I would eat a whole can of that cranberry sauce just to have something in my belly. So that is why. So by the time I got pregnant with my first child, I had gone back to work because, you know, I got tired of not having any money. So once, you know, I got around food and stuff like that, I gained, I don't know, 15 pounds, 20, maybe, because all my clothes, they didn't stop fitting me, but they started getting a little bit tighter. So I don't know really what it was, because I think one time I weighed myself on his nephew's scale, and it said something like 160. So anyway, that's the story on that, the short version of it anyway. So yeah, my number 15 was to reach my first pregnancy weight at 175. Okay, so number 16 is to get out of plus size clothes altogether. I want to get down to a size 10 or 12 in jeans and a medium to large in a shirt. I have never, ever in all my life been able to wear less than a size 14 in jeans. I have always been overweight. I have always regained every time that I would lose weight. And I can still remember a picture of myself at a summer camp where I'm sitting at a picnic table, and there's this long picnic table full of a bunch of kids, and I'm sitting in the middle of it somewhere. And I remember thinking, I mean, my cheeks were all puffed out, everything like that. I was probably in the 4th or 5th grade. I must have weighed maybe 5, or I don't know what I weighed, but I must have been 5'2". But I was huge. And I just remember thinking, God, I'm the biggest kid there. And you know, to see that, it just made me really uncomfortable. But yeah, anyway, I mean, I've never been able to wear below a size 14. And then when I was wearing a size 14, I was in the 9th grade, and the 14 was extremely tight around my waist. You know, I just kind of made them fit, because for whatever reason, I thought they were cute. Maybe I wanted to look good for all the guys. I'm not sure, but I mean, it's just, I've never been. And I want to be out of the plus sizes. I want to be out of that category altogether. I will be happy if I can get to a 12. You know, and somebody had told me, they said, well, I don't see, you're never going to be out of plus size. I said, why? Because your hips are wider. And although that may be true, but I've never lost enough weight to see my body as it actually is. And I think what it is that I'm carrying a lot of fat on my hips. And I've carried it there for so long that to a lot of people, it's starting to look kind of normal, you know? When people continuously see you all your life big, they don't see anything else. They think that's how you're supposed to be. And, all that's not true. It's just a way that people think. So, that's the story on that. No more plus size. In, size medium to large in a top. Now, I've been there once or twice on the size medium to large. And everything. And it was a situation where it would depend on how it was made. And whatnot. So, I can't wait to, see what happens with that one. Okay, now number 17 is, and just so you know, I'm going to turn sideways. You can see that I'm not extremely close to my phone, but for me to be able to see it out of my bifocals, I have to turn it down at an angle, so then it winds up making it look like that my phone is all in my face. It's not. It's a way that I'm holding it. Okay, so number 17 says to reach goal weight at 150 pounds by December 31st, 2017 or before. For me to get down to 150, which is my ultimate goal, I will have to lose 100.4 pounds. So by the end of the year, that is what I want as my Christmas present 2017 or my New Year's present 2017 is to have all that 100 pounds off. Maybe more. Like if I lose it all before that, then any other residual weight that comes off after that will just be, something extra. Yeah, that would be nice. So anyway, that is all 17 of my goals for the year 2017. So I hope that you enjoyed watching. And again, I want to wish you all a happy new year. And I hope that this year brings you many blessings. And I hope your dreams come true. And I hope that you get everything that you set out to achieve this year. And until next time, bye.